I want to take you on a journey through time today. A journey that starts with the very first man in space, a Soviet cosmonaut named Yuri Gagarin, who flew his tiny Vostok spacecraft all the way around the Earth nearly 60 years ago. It was an epic adventure, and it's continued ever since. Because if there's one thing that unites us all here on this planet, it's our innate desire to explore what lies beyond. But now I want to fast forward a little bit to 1969, when the United States sent 3 astronauts aboard the Apollo 11 spacecraft further than any human had gone before. They were the first humans to fly to the moon, and after orbiting it for a few days, 2 of them, Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin, became the first humans to walk on its surface. Armstrong famously described it as one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. And I believe that that moment changed our perception of humanity forever. It's easy to forget that up until 1969, we weren't sure if there were other planets out there at all. We didn't know if Earth was unique or whether it was just one of many. And then those astronauts stood on the surface of the moon, and they told us that we could do it, that we could go further than we ever thought possible. And they inspired generations of scientists and engineers to pursue their dreams of space exploration. And that's why today we have rovers exploring Mars, telescopes looking deep into space, satellites circling our Earth, and people living and working aboard the International Space Station. We VA come so far, and yet we VA only just begun to scratch the surface of what's out there. So today I want to celebrate those who have dared to dream of space, and those who work tirelessly to make those dreams a reality. This is a long cinematic YouTube video telling the inspiring story of how scientists and astronauts work together to explore beyond our world. This is the story of the pioneers and those who carry their legacy. As far back as 1864, scientists predicted that it would be possible for a spacecraft to be launched from Earth and travel to other worlds. But it wasn't until 1957 that the first artificial satellite was launched into space. And then, just 2 years later, the very first human in space. And these were not ordinary people. These were brave adventurers who were willing to risk their lives to push the boundaries of what was possible. On April 12, 1961, the Soviet cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin became the first human to journey into outer space. His flight lasted for 108 minutes, and he completed one orbit of the Earth. When he returned to Earth, he was greeted as a hero, and rightly so. He had done something that no human had ever done before. He had ventured into the unknown and come back to tell the tale. But Gagarin's journey was just the beginning. In the early 1960s, the United States and the Soviet Union began to compete in a race to put a man on the moon. This was a time of great tension and competition, but it also led to some incredible scientific and technological advancements. Both countries were determined to win the race, and each made remarkable progress. Then on July 20, 1969, Neil Armstrong became the first person to walk on the moon. I hope you'll agree with me when I say that this was a truly remarkable achievement. It required the combined efforts of thousands of scientists, engineers, and astronauts who had dedicated their lives to making this dream a reality. The Apollo program was a joint effort between NASA and the Air Force, which ran from 1961 to 1972. The main objective was to land humans on the Moon and return them safely to Earth, and the program achieved its goal with the Apollo 11 mission in 1969, but it also accomplished so much more than that. Over the course of its 10 years of operation, the Apollo program launched a total of 15 crewed missions to the Moon. Some of them successfully landed on the lunar surface, while others performed flybys. There was even one mission, Apollo 13, which almost ended in disaster when an oxygen tank exploded and threatened to end the astronauts' lives. Thankfully, through the quick thinking of NASA staff on the ground and the astronauts themselves, they were able to bring the craft home safely. For me, the Apollo program is a testament to human ingenuity and courage. The technology that was developed during this time continues to be used today, and the knowledge gained from exploring the Moon has helped us understand more about our universe than ever before. But it wasn't just the United States and the Soviet Union who were exploring space. Many other countries, including France, Germany, India, Japan, and China, have all launched their own spacecraft and satellites into space, and they continue to make significant contributions to our understanding of the universe. Take, for example, the European Space Agency's Mars Express, which has been orbiting Mars since 2003 and has provided us with some amazing footage of the Red Planet, or the James Webb Space Telescope, which launched in 2021 and is already making incredible discoveries about the universe. Of course, we can't talk about space exploration without mentioning Elon Musk, the CEO of SpaceX, who has revolutionized the way we think about space travel. With his company's reusable rockets, he has made space travel more affordable and accessible than ever before. More recently, NASA's Perseverance rover has been exploring Mars and searching for signs of ancient life, and the agency's Ingenuity helicopter has made history as the first powered flight on another planet. These are just a few examples of the amazing things that are happening in the world of space exploration today. And it's not just about exploring distant planets and galaxies. Space exploration has also helped us understand our own planet better. For example, satellites have allowed us to monitor changes in the climate and weather patterns, which has helped us predict natural disasters more accurately and effectively. One of the most exciting areas of space exploration right now is the search for extraterrestrial life. With the discovery of so many exoplanets, it's only a matter of time before we find some form of life out there. And who knows, maybe we'll even find intelligent alien civilizations. Just imagine the possibilities. Space exploration has also helped to inspire generations of young people to pursue careers in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Who knows, maybe one of us will be the first human to set foot on an alien world. But we're not just exploring space for scientific or economic reasons. We're doing it because we're curious, because we want to know what's out there, because we want to understand our place in the universe. At the end of the day, we're all just explorers. Whether we're staying here on Earth or venturing out into the vast expanse of space, we're all driven by the same desire to learn and grow and discover. So let's keep pushing the boundaries. Let's keep exploring, and let's see what amazing discoveries we make next. If you've been enjoying this video, please consider subscribing. Thank you for watching.